Yo, what's up, YouTube? Monster Chappie. We back in this thing for some more action, and this video is gonna be brought to you by myself, but at the request of Avery Powell. So shout out to Avery Powell. He requests any labbing tips, kind of a general question. Please try to be a little bit more specific in the future, but I can give you some general labbing tips since it's a general question. And shout outs to Tavares6 for the cover 2 beater request for the last video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, got some help on how to beat the cover 2. So the first things first, my very first tip for you guys for labbing Madden, especially Madden, more so than any other game, you need two controllers. I'm not saying you want two controllers. I am saying you need two controllers for offense and defense. Okay? Offensively, this is going to help you because let's say they are running cover 2 and they're hitting you with the crossman. Well, the only way you're going to be able to simulate this crossman defense is if you have a second controller and you can make those adjustments. That way, when you go into the game here, you know, oh, this is what it's going to look like when he's running crossman, and he might be open or he might have a spy or something. Regardless, offensively, that's why you need it. Defensively, I mean, it should be obvious, but if you are playing against a computer, you will not have time to set up much defensively. Likewise, offensively, you want to be able to set up certain things. You might want to run a play that is very popular in the community. For instance, let's see, tight offset here. Very popular play is this spot corner. It can also be Saint spot. It can also be Zona. Believe it's found in those 3 playbooks. But anyways, whole point being, you want to simulate what people are doing. So a lot of people, they'll put Austin here on a slant and they'll motion hike him. That's another thing you can't simulate without a second controller is a motion hike. So a motion hike slant can be a tough route to cover. A lot of times man defense is going to get beat. A lot of times it'll beat zone as well. But the whole idea here is you want to be able to simulate that in practice mode, so that you can prepare for it when you see it in a game. So second control, absolutely a must. And getting to that, you want to practice against things you're going to see or things that you had trouble with. So if this play in particular is giving you trouble, you should go into practice mode, set it up so that you run against pretty much that exact same setup. Maybe run a couple variable setups because somebody might run that same play with a slight different adjustment. So instead of motion slanting the outside receiver, they might motion them out and have them on a fade so that they get a flood on the right side of the field. Maybe they drag the outside receiver on the left. Maybe they motion hike the outside receiver on the left and drag the outside receiver on the right. Kind of just do a few setups that you think you may have come across or seen. Definitely play back your tapes after games, especially if there's something, whether you win or lose, if there's something you struggle against, you should definitely look at it, see what the heck was going on, why you struggled to stop it or struggled to beat it, and then attack it. You go into a game, you're struggling, somebody's just running some sort of cover 3 on you or something, and they're cross manning a couple dudes, and it's really just giving you a lot of issues, and maybe they're running something like this. I don't know what the heck happened right there. Okay. So maybe there's something running something like this, a little bit of cross man. They're only rushing 2 guys, and they're going to go ahead and drop Brooks back. Now, yes, if I drop him back, they can run, but there is setups where you can still have decent run defense. When you were running, you just weren't having success. So how do you beat this defense? So that's what you want to do. You want to simulate stuff like that. That way, you're prepared. So prepare for what you see, prepare for what you expect, prepare for what the pros are doing. What are you seeing at the Madden Bowl, the Madden Championship, the big tournaments? Because a lot of the times people at home are going to watch that and try and replicate what they see. So you need to be prepared to beat that stuff. You need to be prepared to beat whatever is popular. At one point, gun doubles is a very popular formation. At another point, gun tights is a popular formation. Single back jumbo heavy, a popular formation. So you need to just have something prepared for each one of those types of formations or schemes that you see. Motion C routes in general. Just pretty much whatever the community is running at that time. Be prepared for that. Would be another labbing tip for you. And then kind of be specific when you're labbing. You want to be very specific when you're labbing. What do I mean by that is go into the lab, maybe write down what you're going into practice, because you can spend hours and hours and hours in practice mode and not get too much accomplished if you don't have a goal. So you want to be able to go into practice mode, hop in here for maybe 20 minutes, an hour. It might take hours and hours. It just depends how much is on your list, what you're struggling with, how many things, and how quickly you can go through each thing. But nonetheless, you should be able to go through things pretty quickly if you've got a set goal, a list of things that you're struggling with, or a list of things you want to be able to stop or do. You may want to just lab, how do you swerve? You might lab swerving for 10, 15 minutes, and that's enough for you. And you're good to go. You can go on your day and go hop in some salary cap games or draft champs, grind the leaderboards or some MUT wagers, whatever it is that you do, CFM, etc., and prepare and know that you are good to go. You know how to swerve now, and yeah, you're good. Or maybe you need to learn how to swerve from the slot because that's not something you're comfortable doing, etc., etc. Whatever it is, just go into the lab. Know that you need to practice whatever it is that you're weak at, and know how to stop the stuff that everyone else is doing. I also recommend learning how to do the stuff everyone else is doing because you may want to add it into your own scheme. For instance, this crazy fullback dive. How the heck do you do that? You see these guys diving over the lineman. What do? Do you just dive? Do you super dive? Do you what the heck are you doing? Are you jumping? You want a precision dive. That's the way to do it. It is hopefully getting patched here coming up in this next patch. But nonetheless, that is the way to do it. So you just need to know how to do those things because in a short yardage situation, that's something you can add to your own arsenal and make your opponent worry about that on top of everything else that you already do. Things like the swerve can just be in addition. You don't necessarily want to, I would actually say you don't want to leave whatever it is you're having success with. You want to keep doing that and just add little pieces here and there from what everybody else is doing to make your scheme more effective and more efficient. But that's about 7 minutes of rambling on labbing in general, some general tips. Lab a couple different parts of the field. Lab in the red zone. That's a hard part of the field to score in. So get a few different plays that are effective down there. Learn how to beat the blitz, beat max coverage, general stuff like that. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Till the next time, take care. We out and we gone.